What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another classic video. So in today's video, we're looking at a gold farm, one of my favorite gold farms to do in this level bracket, level 50 plus. It is extremely good, and the stuff that you're farming for is selling like hotcakes on the auction house. So before we take a look at it, I do have to say a massive thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Classic WoW. This gold guide features the best farms to do while you're combining XP grinding with gold making from level 1 to level 60. That way, you always make sure that you have enough gold to be able to level up your professions, get your new abilities, and also, of course, being able to afford a mount at level 40 and level 60. And then naturally, it also has the best gold farms to do once you reach max level at 60. If you think that sounds interesting, you can grab it for 50% off using the discount code STUDENT, and you find it linked down below in the description. So today's farm is an absolute banger. As I said, it's a farm that I did a lot back in 2019 Classic, and it's pretty much just killing a bunch of random beasts in the blasted lands. Yeah, like the people that's played like Classic WoW a couple of times by now, they already know just how good this farm is. The only downside to this farm is that it's so popular that there's a lot of competition on this farm. Now, I've been playing at some unreasonable hours, and at some times I've had the entire zone, felt like the entire zone to myself, and then it really shines. It is extremely good. Now, the reason why you want to kill all of these beasts is because they drop materials that's needed for like 5 different quests. Those quests, people buy the materials so they don't have to farm the materials themselves because they want the XP. But even after you've done the actual quest, the initial quests, it becomes repeatable quests that you can do in order to get consumables used for dungeons and for raids. So there's always going to be a market for these materials. Now, the quests are a couple of different ones, as I said, depending on like which main stat you want from the consumables, but everyone has to complete these quests once. So you have Spirit of the Boar needed items from the boars, the scorpions, and basilisks, and then you have Rage of Ages, which needs items from the dogs, the boars, and the scorpion. You have Salt of the Scorpock, which needs the vulture material as well as the scorpion pincer and the blasted boar lungs. And then you have this one, Infallible Mind, needed Basilisk Brain, and the one from Vultures. And you have the last one, Spiritual Domination, which needs this one right here, the Vultures, and also the dogs. So this one gives 25 Spirit. The other one gives 25 Intellect, and you have Strength, Agility, and Stamina as well. Now, these mobs are located in the entire Blasted Lands, and like if you don't have a lot of competition, I highly advise you to go down to this area right here because it's filled with basilisks and also vultures, and those are kind of hard to get by because there's fewer of those mobs, so they're also worth a lot more gold. Now there's going to be hellboars down here as well. They're a bit higher level, can be as high as level 54, but this is also a nice area that a lot of people don't stay in. When I have a lot of competition at this location, I always go to the area where I'm in right now, like all the way up north next to Treadmill Hall, because you have a lot of dogs, and that's probably the least valuable material, the Snicker Fang. But you have vulture spawns and a lot of scorpion spawns in the area. And then you also have 3 spawn points of vultures up here, 2 in the crater and 1 patrolling on the side right here. So also a super solid way. Now, if you do this with skinning, it naturally becomes way better. It is one of the best skinning locations there is for high-level skinning. There's also a lot of people like myself, which is running around killing these mobs, but they don't have skinning, so you can easily leech people's kills. And skin other people's kills because there's so many people that don't have skinning. Now, it's also good with mining. I have mining on this tune, and there's a lot of spawn locations for veins where you find these beasts. So super solid, steady farm. You can also get the quest items that you can hand in at the NPC down here. There's a green one and a blue one. Now, that gives you, the green one is kind of easy to get, drops relatively often, gives you a guaranteed green item, which can roll with good stats and be good. And then you can also get the blue one, which is mainly coming from rare elites, but a small chance of dropping off any other mob, like basic mob in the game as well, which gives you a guaranteed blue item. But all in all, absolutely great farm. I do have a lot of gold farms coming up for Classic WoW, so if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see those. If you want to see all the farms gathered in one place, of course, take a look at the complete gold guide for Classic WoW, link down below in the description. And with that being said, I appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.